already know what it is. We in the building. It's the Wreckroom.
Cashing out a check.
I'm your boy Mouse Lion.
And I'm your boy DZ.
You already know what it is. Your pets on the strings in the background. Out the Wizard.
What's up?
Let's get it popping. It's the Wreckroom. We got a special guest in the building tonight. My guy Boknero. Tell him who you are. Tell him what you here for. Tell him what your vibe is.
Nero, what the hell you been? Boknero in the building. Listen, man, we talking sports, all things sports. I'm back in Philly with the gang. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We on.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot to talk about. We can talk about sports, you know what I'm saying? It's the football playoffs. Wildcard weekend was rolling.
Yes, sir.
Crazy.
We had a couple good matchups. We in Philadelphia, so let's start with. I see a whole lot of green in the building. Green is my favorite color. That's the only reason I'm wearing my evergreen. This has nothing to do with the affiliation.
He want to be down. It's really 2 out of the 3.
No,
He want to be down. It's really 2 out of the 3.
I wore my favorite color. My hat is blue. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump.
What? That's a classic. That's a classic.
Anyway, talk about y'all city, y'all team. This is my city too. This is just not my team. Eagles had a good game, not a great game. Had a good game.
Listen, as I spoke about weeks and weeks ago, to reach our highest goal, my personal belief is that Jalen Hurts needs to be a game manager, and I feel like he fulfilled that role perfectly on Sunday. Did he have a great game? No. Did he have a good game? No. But he did play better than Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers, and that's all that we needed for this week.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like, just to add on to what you said, I feel like he does enough to win. Like you said, game manager. He's not going to put us at risk to lose by throwing unnecessary interceptions. I got the best running back in the backfield. Hand it off as many times as I need to. And if I need to use my legs, I'm going to use them. If it's a wide open throw, we're going to make it happen. But I'm not mad at the way he played.
I'm not mad at the way he played at all. I feel like everybody look at it from different perspectives, and I'm only going to take it from this perspective that makes sense. You won the game, you feel me? Now, at the end of the game, the stat line might look like one thing, but if you pay attention to the beginning of the game looked amazing, and the numbers weren't blowing you out the radar. He went 6 for 6 and only had 39 yards. And you feel me? If 6 for 6 and 39 yards, 100% passing, you get a touchdown at the end of the play, you start off with a lead. Ain't that what you achieved? You achieved your goal, right? You achieved maximum efficiency. You did what you wanted to do. It wasn't the sexiest shit, but it got the job done. Nobody was mad when it was 6 for 6, 39 yards. You want to see 125 yards at the 6th attempt, but 39 yards got the job done.
Right.
From his perspective, you feel me?
Absolutely.
What I'm mad at is Saquon not taking that 80-yard dash down there for the touchdown, because that was wide open and he didn't take it. But I understand it being.
Listen, you can't tell me that was a Vegas phone call. I mean,
Westbrook went down at the one.
Do you know how many people probably had Saquon for over amount of yards, a touchdown for that game?
Bro, so 3 yards?
A spread, an alternate spread cover. You know what I mean? That would have broke it open by what?
Y'all seen the clip of Devontae, AJ snapping on him on the sideline?
He said, come here.
See,
He said, man, I should slap the shit. Man.
I look at it different, though. I think we all know Saquon is superstar of the team, right? I think that was his way of showing
leadership.
Exactly. Like, it's not about me.
I can dig that.
I'm a, you know what I'm saying? AJ, you reading the book on the sideline. People about to pick at you. And regardless of, like we said, he's a diva wide receiver. He has a right to be, right? Yeah,
you got your moments where you're allowed to do that.
However it's taken, if I'm the leader, I'm gonna lead by example. It's not about me, it's about the team. Let me take this knee right here. Yeah. So,
and that was another sign of leadership. They said that every stop that he's been at, starting at Penn State, even back to high school, Saquon has been the amazing leader. And for the Eagles, I will say this, that is one thing that the whole NFL could be jealous of. Because in a room with so much talent, it's lacking in egos. You feel me? With so much talent. Jalen Hurts to be such a physical specimen that he is. Nobody squats more than him in the entire NFL, big men included.
First thing
you gotta think about that. When everybody be like, damn, why they ain't even try the tush push with Kenny Pickett? I said because 600 pounds of squatting, that's why. There's literally no one else in the NFL. You gotta bring Tim Tebow back if you want to see it. You feel me? Tim Tebow. If you want to see a quarterback squat 600, that's it. That might be it. You feel me? So with that being said, it's like, yeah, you got a leader who's not an egomaniac. You got a running back who, even off a 2K season, don't give a damn about numbers.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's
You got a wide receiver who, yes, he pulled out a book, but he did not pull out pom-poms and start, you know what I mean, on the sideline. And y'all ATO/love him for that.
Man, listen.
You feel me?
Anytime you get an opportunity for a black man to pull out some literature and get his read on, I'm a rock with that. I don't care what nobody says.
They don't hate LeBron for being on page 1 for 20 years. I keep saying
it's deeper than rap, man. You know what I mean? It's deeper.
They don't
than
hate
rap.
LeBron for being on page 1 for 20 years.
I will never fault the man for opening up a man of any color.
You know what they told me? You want to hide something from the black man? Put it in the book.
I will never.
AJ done found it.
They act like he opened up a how to get the best numbers for a trade if you need
how to shade my quarterback. No, that's not what he opened up.
It's how to keep my cool.
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement, how to keep my cool, how to keep things rolling.
Book sales through the roof. Shout out to AJ Brown. He done helped somebody come up in the streets.
Real rap. I love
Thank you, AJ Brown. But moving on, let's talk about this next matchup that's coming up, man, because this next round is going to be crazy. You got Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen in what has been also the greatest MVP race of the season. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody else having at it. Did you know that they both were setting records on the past wildcard weekend? They both went over and took the record for most yards in the playoffs by a quarterback running.
Okay.
Lamar broke it on Saturday. Yeah. Then Josh came and went past Lamar right after that. You feel me? So when they play each other, they're going to be doing this the whole game, taking the record. By the end of the game, we're going to know who the best running quarterback is.
So my question is, who y'all got for MVP?
I've been taking Lamar all year. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
He definitely been taking Lamar, and I just find it hard pressed for the NFL to give it to Lamar Jackson for 3 years straight. Not saying he doesn't deserve it.
Numbers better than all the other years.
I feel like they're pushing, but they're not dramatically better than Josh Allen's. You know what I mean? Like Josh Allen's right there with him in a lot of the categories.
Okay.
I feel like the NFL wants to give it just to keep Josh Allen in the mix of the Lamars and the Pat Mahomes, just to keep him in that trifecta of the next wave of AFC quarterbacks. Storyline, right? So.
Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, only quarterbacks to throw for 40 yards and less than 5 interceptions.
Okay.
I think if we're looking at it from a storyline perspective, the NFL has more to gain if Josh Allen is the MVP. It's a storyline for them. They sell more jerseys. Right. Whatever
Bills Mafia is crazy.
Narrative they want to create, they can create it based off of having 3. Let's say we got Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen solidified. Yeah. We make more money than just giving it to Lamar for a 3rd time.
Absolutely.
Streets gonna go crazy if Lamar get it for a 3rd time. Streets gonna go crazy. You ain't seen it like this is Brady and Manning.
So I'll say this. But
Brady and Manning is crazy.
But I'm gonna take it a step further. If they do give it to Lamar Jackson, and you talking about a 3-time MVP,
he gotta win a bowl.
There's ultimate pressure on Lamar.
He gotta win a bowl.
There is no.
He gotta win the bowl.
But he's a running quarterback. Oh, but he doesn't have wide receiver. Oh, but it was
change the narrative.
The only thing he does not have right now is a number 1 wide receiver, but he's never needed that to be successful.
No.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I don't think that's not an excuse. That's the point I'm making. He's never needed that to be successful prior to this. And Zay Flowers is the first he's really had in a while since Steve Smith even.
I don't consider Zay Flowers a number 1 wide receiver.
No.
You know what I mean?
Like that.
In my opinion.
He's the same thing as Deebo Samuels in my mind.
Yeah.
He's good in a system. He's not a system breaker.
Yeah. And in my opinion, like he's not that T.O. A.J. Brown.
Right.
My personal opinion,
and
I think
only year 2, by the
number
way.
1 wide receiver should be big, tall. If he need to go across the middle to take contact, if he need to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Mike Evans.
Just be exactly. That's a number.
Who has again achieved 1,000 yards for 11 years straight.
Prototype that you would like
11 years straight. Him and Jerry Rice.
That's fire.
That's crazy.
You feel me? That's the list of 11 years worth of 1,000-yard seasons.
How tall is he?
6'3", I think.
6'4", something
yeah.
Like that. Yeah, he's a monster.
He been doing this since A&M, you know what I'm saying? Since Texas.
So
consistent.
Him and Johnny Football.
Football.
Listen, my stance is firm. Mike Evans is the sole reason why Johnny Manziel was taken so high in the draft. You go back in, YouTube University will lead you to the promised land. If you look at those highlights, it's him just throwing the ball up. Mike Evans, go get it.
Because it definitely was in practice. Johnny will let you know. If you go watch that doc on Johnny Football while he was at Texas, it'll show you how Johnny really just woke up and said, "Let's go play football." There was no playbook involved. There was no studying. There was no practice. It was literally, I'm gonna go outside and I got Mike Evans.
Speaking of waking up and playing football, we talking about Ravens and Bills. How we feeling? If we had to make a prediction.
Sheesh.
So this is a heavyweight matchup. This is, you know what I mean? This is it.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I mean, me personally, I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Everything is better on the Ravens side. Coaching, roster, star power.
The roster, and then like
Who's
you said,
home?
the coaching. I think the
Ravens should be home.
I'm good.
I think, I mean, when it comes to coaching, if the plays ever fall apart, if the coaching not good, you got superstar players for that, right? To make up for that. So, I mean, Derrick Henry in the back, and then Lamar running around. It looked like a video game.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
It looked like a video game when Derrick touched the ball. He had more yards on the ground than 4 different quarterbacks had in the air on wildcard weekend.
That's crazy.
More yards on the ground as a running back. In the year that they said the running back was dead, every free agent running back snapped.
I don't like
Dobbins.
that. I don't like that, man.
Mixon.
I wanted my
Jacobs. No, keep going. I'm just throwing them in there as you speak. Go ahead.
I mean, my whole thing about the running back is that's one of the reasons I was pulling for Saquon, even though it's a quarterback award.
That would have broke that.
Just to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would have broke that record,
they had to give him
more. You know what I'm saying? Let's raise
MVP,
the market for running backs.
In your first year, you would talk about broke the record MVP. Your first year, that would have broke the mold for the future running back. So they kind of like, we'll hold you back, hold you out this game. Even though it's smart, but when you got a chance for greatness, all time greatness.
You should have went for that. You should have
shoot for that. I don't.
But the running back is very much alive in my mind.
I get it though, you know.
Even the bottom tier running backs. And not even bottom tier, because it's still the NFL. You still top tier no matter where you at in the NFL.
True.
But even the bottom tier running backs was hooping this year. You feel me? Yeah. You got Najee Harris, 1,000 yards every year since he's been in the league. You feel me?
As
like still.
How long is he?
This is what, year 4?
Yeah, something like that.
And Najee has led the league in touches since being in the league. And you can't tell because the Steelers are what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're a middling team. They find their way over 500, and that's about it.
I'll throw a name of a running back on a playoff team. That's a rookie, Bucky Irvin. You know,
Bucky hooping.
We spoke about Oregon earlier. He came from Oregon. You know what I mean? And took the league by storm, especially if you play fantasy football.
Yeah, he saved a couple teams.
Many a week. You know what I mean?
How big is he? Because when I see
Bucky is huge. Bucky's a big running back.
We talking about number 7 for the Bucks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
Speaking of number 7s, Leonard Fournette has made it known that he wants to come back to play football again next season.
I mean,
I'm just throwing it out.
How long he been removed from the league?
1.5 years.
I feel like the league changes every year drastically,
especially for the running back. But after this renaissance of the running back, it might be a job out there. He's still only 30 years old.
Yeah, but it's hungry. Youngins coming
30
up. We know the lifespan for it.
While we on the subject of running backs, I kind of want to get to basketball, but I bought Boknero here specifically because I saw a post on social media, and my man was naming his top 3 running backs, and it caught my attention. Sir, could you please? Because my question was, are these your top 3 favorite running backs? Or are these your top 3 greatest running backs of all time? I'm not going to tell you right or wrong. I might contradict with my own favorite list.
So this is my top 3 favorite slash greatest. We gonna say slash greatest.
I'm offended.
1, we put Barry Sanders. 2, I gotta put my dog LaShawn McCoy.
Crazy.
3, I gotta go with the juice, man.
Yeah,
the juice is loose.
And all right, so and the reasoning for these, right? Barry Sanders, I grew up as a kid just watching like the highlight tapes, right? The stuff that he was doing with no offensive line.
Yeah, I still ain't seen it repeated. Shady might have been the closest.
That's facts.
That's why that's my number 2. The electric factor, right? Like, yeah, we gonna lose 10 yards trying to do some elaborate stuff, but I was debating with my man because he was bringing up LaDainian Tomlinson numbers, and I'm like, he was
bonkers,
tough, right?
Bonkers.
MVP.
Touchdown record.
Crazy. So now we talking about legacy at this point. He was like, yo, you tripping. LaDainian was over LaShawn. I'm like, I can't tell, and I don't remember that. He shows me the highlights. I'm like, bro, you can't match these with LaShawn McCoy highlights.
Fair enough.
history is history, true, but we remember
Shady all decade team, so I'm not mad at that.
we remember
King of
wild
the
factors.
2010s.
We remember Shady running through the snow, leaving
Torturing for damn near 200.
So and then OJ, come on, man, like
Juice
I'm-
Juice set the record for most yards in the season. He did it in 13 games. When it was broken by Eric Dickerson, that was at the 16 game mark. So technically, yards per game was still OJ the Juice Man.
and he was one of the first rock stars.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like we had OJ.
Transcended the game, you know what I mean?
I'm the Juice. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Like,
Listen, bro, I watched Naked Gun because of OJ. I mean, Leslie Nielsen was good, but I watched Naked Gun because of OJ. You know what I'm saying?
and I think OJ legacy get tarnished on the field because of what he may or may not have done.
If I did do it, this is how I would have did it.
The off the field.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, bro, like that had when have we started judging athletes on field performances or trying to take away their achievements on the field for how you feel about them personally?
Right.
So
it's
cool.
the same reason we accept Michael Jordan for being who he is. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So cool. All I'm gonna say is I don't disagree with OJ. Like I said, OJ was king of the running backs for the longest in my mind. I don't disagree with Barry. Watching him, it was hard to see even during as in his prime, Emmitt Smith's prime was occurring, and nobody thought Emmitt Smith was the better running back during them playing together.
I agree.
Emmitt Smith might have had the better numbers because he had the better team overall,
Right.
but nobody while he was playing thought Emmitt Smith was the better running back. When he finally just took all the numbers and it was like, all right, Emmitt, you got all the numbers, but nobody ever thought he was better than Barry during their run. Barry might be the only person humble enough to say it. I would also say that I'm not putting Shady in there just because even though I didn't watch him play live, Jim Brown averaged 5 yards a carry and never went backwards and got the only championship for the Browns. I'm a Derrick Henry fan. I'm a Chris Johnson fan. As a Titans fan, I saw Eric Campbell. We have the franchise with the most 1,000-yard runners in the history of football. So for me personally, it's a Titan that I could put over Shady at ease. You feel me? 3 or 4, personally. Not to say that Shady not the shit, because I believe that he was the best running back of the 2010s.
Nah, man. So that's my issue right there. So it's all personable, right? It's all relative, but it's specifically for the 2010s. I'm taking
AP?
Adrian Peterson
Yeah.
and Marshawn Lynch over Shady.
One got a championship, one ran for 2,000.